Thank you, sir. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege for me to speak here today. My name is Lieutenant Andy LaBree. I'm a chaplain candidate, and I currently work full-time with the reintegration team here in the Twin Cities. As a National Guardsman, I had a life outside of the Army. Next slide. And I was a full-time student at St. Cloud State, dabbling in music, philosophy, criminal justice. I was very involved with my campus ministry and my church. I played the drum set for the worship teams, both at my church and my campus ministry. In addition, professionally, I worked with a buddy of mine's contracting company. And when I wasn't at work or at school or playing the drums, I was hunting and fishing most of the time with my father. In November of 2003, my air defense battery in Monticello was activated in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. We mobilized and in March of 2004 headed over to BIAP, Baghdad International Airport, where over the next 12 months we did a laundry list of missions, most in support of the Baghdad International Airport area, and most of that 12 months I spent on urban and rural patrols, spending time interacting with local Iraqi populations, as well as spending time on base doing different types of security. Next slide. After 12 months in Baghdad, redeployed in March of 2005. I demobilized at Fort McCoy, and at the time my mind was not on reintegration, my mind was on getting home. So demobilization at Fort McCoy was death by PowerPoint. I received that packet of poorly made black and white copies with contact information, websites, stuff that was very important, but I didn't know how I was going to keep all that straight in my head, who I was supposed to call after 4 weeks and make an appointment to do this, and I just wanted to get home. So I took that stack of paperwork, threw it in a bag, tossed it in my trunk, went home. All I wanted to do was relax, vacation, spend some of my hard-earned combat pay, and so that's what I did, and I kind of forgot about reintegration. As a single soldier, one of the first challenges that I saw was my social support network. My friends at St. Cloud State had graduated and gone. This was a picture of me and my friends in my campus ministry, and 2 of the people in that photograph were still at school when I came back. So I had trouble connecting and had to start developing new friendships. In addition, I had a half semester of homework that I had left behind that I decided I'll put it off later. I'm just going to hang out for a while, spend my money. It'll still be waiting for me. So that's what I did. And what I realized was the biggest thing that I was struggling with was this freedom to choose. Being overseas, being in the Army, I used to get a mission, execute, work on orders, and come back to civilian life. We've got all this freedom to choose, and I didn't know how to make those decisions in the absence of orders. So I basically didn't make decisions at all. Next slide. What ended up happening was I sat on the couch. Like I said, I wanted to relax, so I started watching TV. Didn't want to go back to work. I had combat pay saved up. Let my combat pay just kind of wear down. Maybe I'll have to work, let's see. I could probably last 2 years if I pace myself. So I did not want to go back to work. So I got on the couch, started watching TV, and I didn't stop. And